What is up, guys? Welcome to the video. In this video, I'm going to be teaching you guys about the Liquidator and the Sanitar. Starting with the Liquidator. The Liquidator costs 10 amnesites. So we're just going to spawn in as the Liquidator really quick. And really, as the Liquidator, you're the cleaner of ANEURISM 4. I must clean the streets and rid them of the rot. I must dispose of corpses that litter the streets. I must repair devices, basically. So you can... That's basically the gist of it. So what you'll spawn in with are some repair kits to repair stuff, a wrench to repair stuff, and then a cremator. Now the cremator, oh wow, here's a perfect example, is for burning these little cancer pods here. Or not the cancer pods, but you know, these little rot bulbs. So all you gotta do is aim your little flamethrower at it and burn them. Sometimes they'll drop little cancer pods, sometimes they won't. And there you go, you will get amnesites and be able to collect credits from that whenever a pay cycle comes around. So I'm just going to finish burning these 3 down. And now, one thing that's pretty important as the Liquidator is to know that you do not want to let the city reach 100% rot. That is very important, because what will happen is it will reset the server if that takes place and it stays at 100% for too long. And obviously, it's kind of the cult's objective to make that happen. Now, one thing you're going to want to make sure is always fixed and up to date are these guys. Neurostabilizers. These things filter the rot, as you can see at the bottom, and the percentage slowly goes down. Now, the cult members can destroy these with IEDs, and if you ever see one of these offline, I would prioritize fixing it. Besides just burning these as well. Now, I'll show you how to repair something whenever we come across something broken. The Liquidator is definitely like one of the more effective classes in terms of collecting amnesites and credits, because there is always something to do as a Liquidator just about. You're basically like, in my opinion, one of the most important roles in the game, because you're like the lifeblood of the city. Without you, the rot will easily hit 100% and you will end up losing everything if the server resets. So yeah. One thing that's also cool about the Liquidators, you can also search through dumpsters. Jerry cans are pretty essential because as a Liquidator, the fact that you get cancer pods pretty frequently makes it relatively easy for you to refill up generators. And I'll show you how to do that whenever we come across one. So here we go. We have we have a broken pay terminal. So what you're going to want to do to fix one of these is just drop a toolbox. There's also a large toolbox. It doesn't really matter which one you drop, but as the Liquidator, you only spawn with the small ones. So we're going to drop this guy here, and then you have to pull out your wrench and just melee the thing. As you can hear the little sound it gives you. And there you go, it's fixed. And you'll get amnesites from that every once in a while, and you'll be able to collect credits whenever a pay cycle comes up. And speak of the devil. So basically, as the Liquidator, you can fix anything you see sparks coming off of it. Another thing you can collect amnesites and credits for as the Liquidator is putting corpses in the incinerator, which would make complete sense being the fact that you're like basically the janitor of the city. So you just have to take them into the infirmary and throw them into this dumpster. And there we go. Amnesites and credits upon pay cycle. So let's reiterate here. You have to purge the rot with your flamethrower whenever you see those little rot bulbs. You have to repair stuff. You can even repair these guys too. Anything that has sparks coming off of it, you can repair. And to do that, you have to drop your toolbox, get your wrench, melee it. And yeah, that's really all there is as the Liquidator, besides filling up generators, which is what I'm about to show you. So here's a generator here. You can see this one is at 35 kilowatts out of 100. So what you want to do to fill up one of these generators is you're going to need a jerry can, just like this one. They're pretty easy to find. You just got to rummage through some trash or maybe buy one off somebody or just ask, because most people want these generators full, being the fact that you literally need these generators full to work anything in this district. And the distillery has one of these. So there's more than just one, and people want them full. So what you'll have to do is come over to this guy. This is the biofuel refinery. And what you got to do is put biological waste in this refinery to fill it up. Now this one's already quite full, but I'll still show you guys a demonstration. What you have to do is throw a cancer pod in here. You'll hear a little burning sound and it'll add to the fuel. And then what you got to do, pick up the jerry can, place it there. You'll see it turned green. Now it's full. And then you just got to carry this guy on over to the generator. Da-da-da-da. There you go. Now you just got amnesites and more credits upon a pay cycle. So there's a lot to do as a liquidator, so you can make some serious cash. And now, getting promoted as the liquidator will allow you to be the Sanitar, along with just straight up going to where you can spawn as them. And I'll show you where that is. Distillery is right there, as you can see. Wartime Factory is kind of like back behind these buildings, over in that area. And what you have to do is go up here, run on up the hill, and here it is. The Sanitar. Born to work, forced to fight. 10 amnesites. Yo, bro, can you deputize me?
Sure.
Thank you, thank you. Born to work, forced to fight. I must assist the Cortex in terminating limits. I must clean the streets and rid them of rot. I must dispose of the corpses and maintain the machinery. And now, as you can see, I have been promoted to a Sanitar. So that's one way to get it. The other way is obviously how we were talking about earlier. Now, what's the difference between the Liquidator and the Sanitar? Well, the Sanitar can basically do everything the Controller can and everything the Liquidator can. You can see I have my flamethrower, my wrench, and now a flashlight. So I can still clean the rot. And I can also fulfill limits. You'll see in the far left I now have my radio and my Cortex Enforcement Utility device too. The Cortex Enforcement Utility device, for anybody that doesn't know, will tell me what limits are available and sometimes where they will be if we know where they are. Now the radio is obviously for radio communications. For default button mapping, you just press X to talk in the radio, and Z is proximity chat, notated by this icon for radio and this icon for proximity. Now, the Sanitar's weapon is pretty damn good, actually. It's like a suppressed, accurate, fully automatic weapon. So it's pretty good for like stealth missions and whatnot. And so yeah, your job as the Sanitar is basically to do everything the controllers slash limitators do, and to do what the liquidators do. So as this class, you have the potential to make an absurd amount of money because you always have something to do. And they look kind of cool. They have the little eye. You can't really see it from this angle, obviously, but they have like a purple eye that's in front of them. So yeah, I'd recommend checking out this class if you want to make some money. And I hope you guys enjoyed this guide. It was a quick little guide, but hopefully it's useful and lets you guys know how... There we go. See, we're already getting respect. We're already getting respect. And hopefully this lets you guys know how to actually play as the Sanitar, because some people don't know that you actually have to be the Liquidator in order to even find the Sanitar spawn location. So being the fact that you can do both what controllers can do and what liquidators can do, you can obviously carry out limits, search pedestrians, and confiscate contraband, alongside breaching, which is breaking down doors. And now, you can only really breach a door if somebody with a limit is hiding within a locked building. So it doesn't happen too often, but it is pretty fun whenever it does happen. Anyways, guys, if you're interested in a class that has a lot of different things to do with a lot of potential for money making and amnesites gathering, I would check out the Sanitar. Pretty fun class overall, and they look cool too, so that's just an added bonus. If you guys enjoyed this video, I appreciate it, and hopefully I'll catch you guys in my next video. Peace!
Oh shit, here we go. Who's gonna get it, dude?
Pleasure doing business with you. Jesus. Fucking brutal. You have anything worth a shit?
No, he's
You didn't
empty.
have nothing. Damn!